Old Alabama gardener, and it's time to harvest the garlic. Now this gives you a rough timeline of how I grew my garlic. Now I planted these cloves of garlic in December of 2018. Roots will come out right there. So let's get it in. So we put one down there and just regular old pencil. And I'm going to come out about an inch out this way. And since we're not very deep, I'm going to put my thumb on it, and that's as deep as I'm going to go right there. Okay, collar it around a little bit to open it up some. Here are the leaves. They're long, they're flat, and of course they're green. The garlic escape coming out the top center of the plant. It's time to harvest the garlic when some of the bottom leaves are beginning to turn brown, might be even a little bit brown, but yet you still have some of the top leaves that will be green. And my red arrows here point out those conditions. Now I don't recommend that you just grab the stalk and pull, because you'll break it off, and you want that for later hanging up and drying. So it's best to kind of dig it out unless you have extremely soft ground. I don't know how you could do much better than that one. That's an awfully nice bulb. Clove, yeah. See, it's big as my hand. Now I'm digging this one out very, very carefully because I want to show you something when I get it dug out. And if I just grab a hold of it and pull, then it's going to destroy what it is that I'm trying to show you. So hang in there with me for a minute. I'll speed it up here a little bit. Now I wanted to show you these little bubblets here. That's the garlic's way of making sure it's going to be able to reproduce next year. So if somebody comes along and pulls this main stalk right here, these will detach and stay in the ground. I've been very careful to get this one out without them falling off, although I did lose one. So these would detach and stay in the ground, and then they would come back next year, which would perpetuate or propagate the garlic's existence. So I'm going to take this off now. See, you can see that they're fastened right there with the little roots. See? But when you pull them in the ground, if you just reach in and pull this up, those would detach and stay in the ground, and this would come out. So there's another nice garlic head grown only with rabbit manure. Pretty good looking, and it's nice and tight, and the white skin is still intact. All right, we got one more here to get out. All right, so now on this one, I'm going to pull it, and I think we'll see those little yellowish bubblets stay in the ground. So we'll look closely and see. Now there's one of those little yellow bubblets right there. It stayed in the ground. There may be another one in there. No, I don't see any more. But it stayed in the ground, and that's going to help this garlic to perpetuate its life next year. But I'm going to take it out. Now this garlic over here was grown with some rabbit manure and some triple 13 fertilizer, in other words commercial fertilizer. And this garlic over here was grown only with rabbit manure. No commercial fertilizer at all. So let's look at maybe one of them here. That is a nice sized head of garlic. I don't care how you grew it. There's another one, equally as good, equally as big. Now this is an old bed spring that I'm using as a drying rack. And so what I'm doing is I'm threading the green part or the stalk part of the garlic down through there so that the head of the garlic is on top. Now the reason that I'm putting the head up is because that stalk still has moisture in it. And if I put the head down, then the moisture that's in that stalk would drain downward and back into the head of the garlic, which is what I don't want. I want the garlic to get rid of some of its moisture. I want it to dry out some. All right, so this on the left is with the rabbit manure only. This on the right was with triple 13 fertilizer. There may have been a little bit of rabbit manure there, but it wasn't very much. So let's go in and get a little bit closer now. Here we are, rabbit manure. Over here, triple 13. Noticeably difference in size. Now, although the garlic is coming along very nice, you can see that some of the stalks still have moisture in them, which we can tell by the fact that they still have color. They're still a light green color, and so it means that they haven't totally dried out yet. So what I'll do is I'll wait until those stalks are paper dry, and then I will probably braid this garlic into a braid. If I don't braid it, I'll store it in a mesh bag hanging up downstairs where it doesn't dry out too much. Now these on the left side, as you see there, that's those bigger heads. Really, really nice heads of garlic. Some of them I may go ahead and replant to grow more garlic next year. But obviously I'm going to use some in the kitchen for cooking. And so the answers, here they are. They've been drying also, but because they're small, really small, they would dry out probably to the point where they wouldn't grow again. So what I'll do with these, in the next probably 2 or 3 weeks, I will have my place prepared to grow garlic next year, and so these will go in the ground probably late July, and they'll start putting out roots. They might put out some top growth before winter, but they'll be okay. I'll keep them moist, and that will be 80 heads of garlic for next spring.